Ladies and gents, welcome back. It looks like Marco Mendicino may be in some hot water, not just with the Canadian public this time, but with the Liberal caucus, as leaks have leaks. I know, this is so funny. These are not leaks, and we're going to get into that, but leaks have leaked to the press about a possible change in the Liberal cabinet. There may be a shuffle going on this summer during their break. Let's get into this. CBC News is reporting Justin Trudeau is preparing for a summer cabinet shuffle, and all eyes are on Mendicino. Several Liberal sources say the embattled public safety minister could be dropped like a sack of potatoes in Prince Edward Island. Of course, this as the Liberal team recovers from a bruising 8 years. I don't know how they're still in power, but This is Jagmeet Singh holding them guys up. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is preparing to reshuffle his cabinet over the summer. Resources tell Radio-Canada many changes can be expected. Several Liberal sources who spoke to Radio-Canada on condition that they not be named. This is so funny. There are no leaks in Ottawa. If you know the political landscape at all, there's no such thing as a leak, except, well, I'll take that back. If there's a leak and they go after the leaker and they want to out them and they want to prosecute them, that was a leak. If it's a leak told in the media, it's information that they want you to know. They just don't want you to know that it's coming from them. They said they believe Marco Mendicino is at risk of being dismissed as Minister of Public Safety. That generally means he's probably on the out. Asked about possibility of a shuffle before Tuesday morning's cabinet meeting, Trudeau had little to say. I'm going into cabinet meeting right now. We're going to have a lot of good work to do, because he's been doing lots of good work in the past 8 years, apparently.
Will you shuffle your cabinet this summer? Will you shuffle your cabinet before the fall sitting?
I'm going into a cabinet meeting right now. We're going to have a lot of good work to do, and I have nothing to announce.
But you haven't.
Okay, it doesn't say much. But behind the scenes, sources say advisors to the Prime Minister have been laying the groundwork for cabinet changes this week, for weeks. Members of the Prime Minister's team, including Deputy Chiefs of Staff Marjorie Mitchell and Brian Clow, have polled ministers to ask if they plan to run in the next election. The first step, a reorganization that should bring changes at the top several ministries. Now, how is his cabinet gonna look, and what is he gonna say about the decisions on who he puts in his cabinet? I'm guessing current year, because that's what he did back in 2019, if you don't remember this.
Your cabinet, you said, looks a lot like Canada, and I understand one of the priorities for you was to have a cabinet that was gender balanced. Why was that so important to you?
Because it's 2015.
Yeah, right. Current year answer. I mean, you could just answer anything like that. Why did you decide to quit your job this week? Because it's 2023. Why did you decide to not go to the gym and sleep in before making your videos, Clyde? Yeah, because it's 2023. I need to get at the gym. That's just me. But anyway, moving on with this story. Marco Mendicino is in a lot of trouble this week, in particular, because things have come to light about his lies, and he's been lying for a long time in Parliament. Famous lies about, well, the big famous lies that most people probably in this community remember is him saying that the police, the RCMP, were asking for the Emergencies Act to be declared by the government, and that's why they went ahead and did it. That all turned out to be a big, bold-faced lie. But now this time it's about Paul Bernardo, serial monster in Canada, and his transfer to a medium security prison. I have to make the statement on this. I made the mistake in yesterday's video and said minimum when I meant to say medium. That was I misspoke in that. I made sure to correct in the subtitles for that. But yes, medium security prison. He was transferred, and he pretended that he didn't know about it. And well, when the media asked him, why is it that your cabinet or your secretaries in your office didn't let you know, are you just basically throwing them under the bus? Is what he had to say.
How is and we have questions. Come on.
Why didn't your staff tell you? What's the explanation?
How is it credible that all of the most senior staff who are paid for by taxpayers and government and the PCO and the Prime Minister's office and your office knew, but somehow you and the Prime Minister were only told after the fact? How is that in any way credible to the average person who goes to their job and does their job every day?
Okay, first of all, let's all take a breath. And I want to be responsive to your questions. What I said was that I would be coming down to take more questions in this afternoon. But what I would say,
and then you didn't cut your office.
We waited for 5 hours for you yesterday.
Well, I'm here right now, and I will be here again. Absolument, tout à fait. But I agree with you that there is a challenge there, which is why we have taken steps to address that through corrective actions internally, as well as by making sure that the CSC works very closely with victims' families going forward.
There's a challenge there. Nice answer. This is the answer from a politician seasoned in the art of not answering questions. But questions are being raised not only by, average people who work every day, but how about a Senator Don Plett who works every day? And he had these questions to ask.
Question period. Senator Plett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Senator Gold, in 2021, the Trudeau government fought the families of Kristen French and Leslie Mahaffey in court to prevent them from obtaining from the Parole Board and Correctional Service Canada to prepare for the parole hearings of Paul Bernardo, who tortured and killed their daughters. The Trudeau government argued in favor of protecting Paul Bernardo's privacy rights, and they won the case. Then, to its everlasting shame, Senator Gold, the Trudeau government asked the court for these families to pay the government's legal costs of $19,142.27. The judge later reduced it to $4,000. Leader, a delayed answer table last fall failed to answer the question you were asked in 2021. Why did your government seek court costs from these grieving families, Senator Gold?
I'll save you the time. He didn't know the answer to it. He said that he would go seek the answer, but he said that he didn't know the answer. But yes, this is the case. As a legal victor in that case, the government wanted the families to pay the legal costs for fighting for the killer's privacy in a lump sum of $19,142.27. Some people being contentious in the comments yesterday about the video, saying that they didn't sue for this. This is actually them suing for this. This is a court case where damages aren't just assumed on the other side of the thing. The government would have to sue to get that in that court case. So yeah, it was them suing for it, and they could have waived this. They don't have to pursue this. This is definitely a thing. Now, Mendicino is in danger. He's been under intense pressure for weeks. His management of Bill C-21 on gun control, we all saw that. The amendment to it that was bigger than the bill itself. It looked like he just had ChatGPT put it together. How to ban all guns in Canada, essentially. Communication problems related to Chinese interference in Canadian politics and controversy surrounding the transfer of Paul Bernardo into a medium security prison have all damaged his image considerably. What image he had left for a lot of Canadians. But now more people are actually paying attention and going, why do you have this guy in government? What are you trying to get at here? Behind the scenes, all of the Liberals who spoke to Radio-Canada said they believe that their colleague will find it difficult to keep his job as public safety minister. Marco, I don't think he will stay. One elected official said in French. Mendicino is at the top of my list. A Liberal strategist said in French when asked who is most likely to be demoted. Most people, the Conservative Party asking him to resign, not just be demoted at this point. But let me know in the comments what you think about this. He's in some hot water, and we'd like to see him resign outright. But that may not be the case. We did see Some Liberal members resign. Well, one Liberal member resigned over the whole Chinese thing. Han Dong resigned from the Liberal Party, not from his position as an MP in government, but he resigned from the Liberal Party after allegations came forward about him talking with the Chinese officials to have the two Michaels kept in prison for political benefit. Now, that is an allegation. I'm not alleging this. But that was the case there. We'll see what Marco Mendicino does moving forward, but only time will tell. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.